Point 'em out, 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 point 'em out.
It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Jets and the Hawks coming up next.
We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a compelling matchup here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. Remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They start the drive with Cook, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd downs.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And leading him out, the former Jet, playing against his ex-team, the 39th overall pick in 2013, drafted by those Jets. Gino.
Didn't exactly cover himself in glory during his time with the Jets. 11-18 as a starter. Almost wonder if not going in the first round and having to come back that second day of the draft was a precursor about what was going to happen with him with the Jets. Plenty of talent, great mind, football gym rat. Came all together while he was was in New York.
And now he's on the other side. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
As always, no rooting interest here, but that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Here picks it off, and the Jets are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive.
They'll have good field position at midfield following the turnover as they start with a 1st down here. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards for the Jets there as they got themselves a 1st down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Touchdown!
Garrett Wilson.
A 16-yard touchdown.
Take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Ready.
They'll look to throw.
Smith and Jigba with the grab.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Cougar 19. Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Panther 80. Panther 11. Panther 11.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the ready. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired up the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
And they'll run on 3rd down to Charbonnet.
And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Out to his left. Touchdown, Seahawks! From 19 yards away.
And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. The 10-play drive that time, and it all culminates with a Seattle score.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Aaron Rodgers in the offense heading back out. On the previous drive, he connected with Garrett Wilson for the touchdown. Here they go again, 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they left their starting quarterback out there for the 2nd quarter. I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. This is intercepted.
Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Here's Walker to start the drive.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw.
Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's the give to McIntosh.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
A carry here for the big tight end. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Will Disley taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense for the Jets ready to take over.
That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw is Rodgers. And down right around the 42-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the Seahawks 32-yard line.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Or are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now Rodgers. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down right there at the 23-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we've reached half. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now alongside Charles. getting set for quarter number 3 here. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. 3rd down and 13.
Smith. And that is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced the punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The first throw for the backup, Wilson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
And they'll find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Rucker.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Now 2nd and 5.
Throwing again here, Wilson.
Once again, Rucker.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now third down and 6 to go.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice short tackle.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the Seahawks' 22-yard line.
Second and 7. On second down, a run with Hall.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Wilson.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So that, a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. First and 10.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall.
And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
And they'll take possession. In the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Jeremy Ruckert. Out. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score it.
And he returns this to the 22.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Second down, here's Charbonnet.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly... both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Boye Mafe. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the... seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Cup 19.
He'll drop to throw.
We'll get that to Charbonnet.
No gain on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
18 Cardinal.
On the give here, Charbonnet.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try to fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And New York set to take the field.
Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the shotgun, Wilson.
His pass complete to Rucker.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Here's 2nd down.
Wilson.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
And hang on here. We've got an injured player, and that's the running back, Breece Hall. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. He dumps this off underneath to McFarland.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by a field goal, 1:52 to play. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
Now they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Go.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save the timeout.
That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. First and 10 here. On the toss to Charbonnet. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Cowboy 80.
He's back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Street. Street. Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Here comes second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up second.
Back to throw.
At the 37-yard line.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the defense helping him out a little bit here.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. First and 10.
Cavity Lions.
He'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And we know that this crowd really wants to explode. What a win this would be. They had a shot at the end zone right there, and it fell incomplete.
Ready, set.
Ball resting on the 20. This is second and 10.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Rig. Rig.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
The extra point now. drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Wilson. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Now they burn the timeout, and they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.